Okay, we're ready for the focaccia. So it's been sitting, not quite an hour, but it's good enough. I'm gonna just drizzle a little bit of olive oil on top. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna lift it up and flip it over. And that helps just spread it out a little bit. Try to, working from the center, just give it a little push towards the edges. So this, because of how much is in here, this will be a nice thick focaccia. Here's one I made the other day in a sheet pan. You see how thick that is. This was a double dough, and so I made that. Of course, it's still left over. Okay, so now what you do is you are going to, I like to do my salt. I use the Maldon salt. It's very flaky, and it kind of like crisps up when you bake with it. If you don't have that, just sea salt is fine. Of course, sea salt is best because you get those nice crispy pieces. Now, it's up to you. If you don't like salt, don't put it on. So here's the dimpling with the tips of your fingers. Actually, I'm gonna put a little bit more olive oil here. Tips of your fingers, you're going to just from the center out, you're just gonna dimple, gently dimple. You might see some air bubbles come up, and that's good. You want that. Get them down. You feel like you're letting some air out, and that's okay because it will rise again as it bakes. Now, I make my own mix. This is a different container. I just reused a container. So it's basically rosemary, garlic powder, onion powder, or granules rather, parsley, not basil, thyme, red pepper flakes. And so we have a garden in the summer. My husband has a herb garden, so I dry the herbs, and then I use a food processor to like break it down, and then add the other stuff. So this is getting a little low. Now, all the good stuff, like the red pepper flakes, get stuck and they don't go in the holes. Anyway, so sprinkle it all out. And then just do a little tiny bit more dimples to get some of this flavor down inside. Now, you can do fresh rosemary, whole garlics, but peel a garlic clove, put it in half, cut them in half, and then kind of dig them in a little bit. Otherwise, they'll burn from the top. So you can do that. I have been kind of consistently using this recipe lately with all my focaccias. But I do like the garlic, and a lot of people like the garlic. So that's it. A tiny more drizzle of this. And the oven is set for 415. Put it in the oven. It usually takes between 18 and 22 minutes to cook. Keep an eye on it. You want it nice and toasted, and the internal temperature should be about like 208 to 210. Okay, that's it for your focaccia. When it's finished, lift it out and put it on a rack. Don't let it sit in here because your bottom will get soggy. So all of your breads, whenever you cook them, take them right out of their vessel that you've cooked it in, so that the steam doesn't make it like soggy. So that's that. And I hope these have been helpful videos for you. I feel like I need to say, if you like what I'm doing, press the like button, add me to, no, I'm only kidding because these aren't, it's not that. But, and the other thing I was going to say to you is I did realize that when I was feeding the sourdough starter, I said that the weight of the water is more than the flour, and that's not what I meant to say. I meant to say that the volume, so half a cup of water is not the same as a half a cup of flour, and of course we all know that. So that's what I meant. If I ever put these to anyone else, someone will say something to me. Okay. Let me know how it works for you guys.